All right. Hi, guys. Thanks for coming to Monday Meetup. If you showed up today, that means you are investing in yourself and in your business and starting your week off strong. So I'm super proud, especially with it being Magic Week. And most of us, I think everyone on here is Plexus, on Plexus or whatever. It's not like anyone, I think Marissa was inviting a few people that might not have been that have not been signed up with Plexus. But if you don't know me, I am Kelsey Webb. I have been with Plexus. And if you can, just mute yourself because I'm like squirrel if people are talking. But I have been with Plexus for almost 3 years in June. And tonight's call is about the power of community. And I just wanted to start this call off with before I had started Plexus, y'all kind of know my story. If you don't, I suffered from IBS, but I was a teacher as well. I taught for 6 years, first grade, and I was constantly around women that were just negative. Even my friends from my hometown, they were just constantly gossiping about others. I had a few friends that weren't all like that, but the community that I was in, the circle that I was in, just wasn't growing me, wasn't pushing me, wasn't empowering me to be better for myself, for my family. And that's a big reason we took this leap of faith and chose to move across the state to Texas, was because we truly did want to do better for ourselves, our marriage, and we wanted our kids to be around in a city that was kind of like city, but small town city that was just different and had more opportunity for them and a place of growth. And we just felt like our small town just wasn't doing that. And I definitely had that clarification when I went home for spring break. And I knew in my heart and in my gut that we made that right decision. And I personally needed to do that by myself. And Brandon didn't go home with me. That's my husband, on spring break. And I definitely just needed that closure, not to know that I made the right decision, but that we trusted God and just took that leap of faith. So I don't know your guys' situation. Everyone's situation is different, whether it is that leap of faith or you're in that community or circle of friends that just isn't the most empowering or positive, and you just really want to get out of that, or you long for someone or something or a group or a community that just pours into you and gives you more, and you leave refreshed, even if that group of friends or that community tells you hard truth, things that you don't necessarily always want to hear, but that is something that's going to change you and help you with growth, right? So I wanted to start off with something that really spoke to me. And if you can, just mute yourself. There you go. So Sunday we had a church, and I was like, this is perfect to kind of touch on here on our Monday meetup. The Mason and Marissa were sitting next to me, and I'm like, I'm going to speak on this. Like, I'm going to touch on this on our Monday meetup because it just spoke to me. And so if you were kind of watching on this weekend, we had a Plexus retreat here in Bryan. And we started off the weekend on Friday at our church, at Skybreak Church, women's conference. And we had a pastor there from California that was truly, truly amazing. But she also spoke on Sunday at church, and she had a great, great speech on something that just really stood out to me. And she had props on a lifeboat. And she just spoke about, sometimes once you say yes to Christ, you're in this boat, or once maybe you've overcome an obstacle or a valley and you feel safe, you feel like you have climbed back up that mountain and you're feeling good and you're feeling happy again, you're in that boat. And sometimes we tend to wrap a blanket around us and we tend to get real cozy in that spot again. And we tend to just stay there. We stay stagnant. And she spoke on how basically we have no right to do that. Like, God is calling us to be women of faith and to help others get out of their valleys and their hard spots. And she talked about, throwing out a rescue tube and pulling them in, right? That is kind of like, I took that with a business aspect too. Sometimes we're afraid to reach out to people or what they may think of us, or, we're afraid to share our testimony, or we're afraid to share what's changed our life. And I can tell you, this community has changed my life so much, so much that a year into Plexus, I said yes to Christ, and I got baptized. Before, I didn't even know, like, I knew Jesus, but I hadn't accepted him as my savior. And these women, some of these women on this call are to thank for that. And some of these women on this call are the ones that really helped me through my mental health journey. And not to say that I'm perfect or I'm completely healed of that, but they threw out that lifesaver and were like, Kelsey, wake up, like, get yourself together. This is not you. Come on now. Right. And I'm so appreciative of them. And that's why I share my story with others, because I want to be able to pull them out of the water, pull them out of drowning, and get them in that lifeboat with me. And I just thought that was so powerful. So, I have a few women that are going to share tonight just a snippet of something about community that really stood out to them this weekend. And these two women are new to our community. Mason Turner is going to share just a little snippet of something that really stood out to her. And she's only been with Plexus for 1 month. And then Caitlin is also going to share after her. So Mason, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hey everyone, long time no see. I feel like I just want to be back on the trip. I'm still running on a high. I'm just so happy. I feel like my cup is just pouring over still, and the trip is over and done with. But I have never really been a part of a community like this. I've had close girlfriends, I've had childhood best friends, work friends, but this is different, and I'm so thankful for it. And like Kelsey said, it's only been a month, and I can tell you within this month, I've had people praying for me, I've had people cheering me on, I've had people leading me, coaching me, and guiding me. And it just is an overwhelming feeling to know that if I needed any of these women on this call in a minute, I think that they would pick up the phone, answer my text, answer my message, be in my corner, cheering me on. And for me, that's really, really huge, right? Because one thing that I learned this weekend is that we all have a story. We all have, those demons that are trying to bring us down. And when we are turning to Christ and the Lord and bringing that and keeping it at the center, you're not going to ever fail, and especially with a team like these women. And so I'm so blessed and so thankful to be a part of this community. And again, thank you, Jill and Rachel, for just creating a wonderful and loving environment and providing such great hospitality for all of us. And I can't wait for the next one. So that's all that I wanted to share.
Thank you so much. And she is so right. We have some of the fiercest leaders to guide us and to lead us. And Jill and Rachel I wouldn't want any other people to lead us. And we are so lucky and so blessed that they are. Does she shake? Does she shake? And this is an inside joke. So if you weren't there, that's your loss. Mason and Chloe and who was it? Kendra have a little inside joke. That's why they keep doing this. Anyway, now I'm like squirrel. Anyway, I was talking about our fierce leaders. They are just one of a kind, and we truly are so blessed on this team because one, Jill and Rachel, they are at a higher rank where they don't care if you're a level 4, 5, 6, or not even a part of your level. They are still going to coach you. They're still going to pour into you. And that is something else that I love so much about our team and our community, and that they're just willing to always just breathe life into you and coach you and tell you the hard truth or the positive truth. And so I'm going to also now pass this over to Caitlin. Caitlin, are you good to talk? I know she was headed home from a T-ball game, so if not, I can keep talking, but she was going to share a little snippet of
literally, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yep, we can hear you.
You know, here I'm connected to my car, so literally perfect timing. Just pulled into the driveway.
Yay.
My kid is in the background, so sorry. Hold on. maybe could somebody like say something for just a second and let me get
Yeah.
my husband to help me get
Yeah.
him out of the car so I can have
Nope,
like
you're fine.
quiet.
Take your time. I'm
Cool.
going to go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Yep, you're fine. I'll let her kind of end the call. How about that, Caitlin? Does that work? You can end it. All right. So I'm going to just share some community things that we have upcoming in the next couple of days, the next weeks, the next month, and so forth onto the next couple of months. So just so you're aware, so if you have a pencil, paper, write some things down. This will help you, as well as kind of generate some thinking for posting ideas and so forth, and invites and messaging. So this week, Jill shared in her Going Gold call, and if you weren't on that, she shared about Magic Week, right? This week is Magic Week. Friday is the last day of the month. So we still have time, guys. This is where the magic happens. And where if you are someone that has been sowing the seeds this month, been having those conversations, been connecting with people, you are going to have mega success this last couple days of the month, right? So we are going to be doing a fun spin the wheel in our Rise Up chat. And if you're not in there and you want to be, and you want to build a business and you want to, help people on their health journey and you want to be a leader, let your upline know and we can get you added to that. Come on, you are welcome to be in that group and in that chat, and we would welcome you with open arms. Again, we are a community that wants to lock arms with women that want to lead and want growth and want to build a legacy business. Okay. So we are doing a fun spin the wheel. So every VIP that you add, let post in there, got a new VIP, and put your name. And for every 10 VIPs, we'll do a spin the wheel and you get in the drawing for a Plexus graphic tank. So that is super fun. Those always have mega success. I think we should be able to spin that wheel and spin that wheel and spin that wheel and spin that wheel and spin that wheel, because I know I had conversation today with my upline, Marissa, and we've got some mega goals to crush, and we are not stopping until we crush those goals. We're going to work every single day, and we have some mega movement that we're about to crush. So y'all watch out, because we are bringing the fire and y'all better be coming with us. Okay. So Magic Week, Wednesday, 29th, we are having a referral program event. Okay. So this is Wednesday. So people that are new VIPs, people that are been past VIPs, anyone that would love to get their products paid for, or even create a business out of this, or a side hustle, or get $50, or, get some gas money, invite them to this event, right? And don't be afraid to reach out to new people and let them know about a referral program. This is a great opportunity to reach out to those people that you think would be great at this business and say, hey, I believe so much in you and I would love to do this business with you. We have an amazing referral program event this Wednesday. I would love for you to check out, and then we can chat a little bit afterwards. Are you open to coming to that? And just invite them to that, right? Get the conversation going, and just be bold with that conversation. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, the 30th, we have a pop-up event. So with it being Magic Week, the, last couple days of the month, we are going to throw in a pop-up event for the products, for all the things. So you still have time to message people. A lot of the times, who your go-getters are going to be this last week, because those are going to be the people that are getting their names on that spin the wheel. Those are going to be the people that are inviting to the events. Those are going to be people that get the promotions. Those are going to be people that are just going, right? Their teams are going to be growing. They're going to be excited. And encourage your teams, your downline, your new VIPs to invite people to these pop-up events. Because guys, if we don't invite people to these pop-up events about the products, how are they ever going to know about our products? And how are you ever going to have those? I guess you could have the conversations with them, but why, when the work is already done for you? Like, the work's done for you, invite them to it. They're so good. And you can have a lot of success with pop-up events, because it's just one extra way for them to just see some information. And Rachel, you're cracking me up right now. I just saw face mask and I look at
Sorry. I had my lashes off, so I was like, let me just do this face mask real quick.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's a good laugh. Bringing back my cheeks hurting from this weekend. Anyway.
Look, come as you are. I am, okay?
That's right. You look beautiful. You're having a spa day, getting ready for that baby. Anyway,
That's right.
okay, so April. All right. So we will be doing a new book study in April too. We haven't quite decided what that's going to be. We were kind of thinking we want to make it a devotional, but we're not for sure. So if you have any ideas, shoot them in the chat for us. Okay. So new book study coming in April. April 10th, we are going to have a really big reset challenge group. So if you're looking to make some posts here soon, like this week, you're like, oh, I don't know what to post about. Post about the reset. Post about how you want to have 5 friends in an intimate chat, or maybe you want 5 friends to do this with you, or you need accountability. And do one with them. Like if you haven't done a reset in a while, now's the perfect time. It's after Easter, it's after spring break. We're getting ready for summer, right? We all want to look the best we can this summer and in swimsuits and all the things. So do a reset, do it with them, and make a post about it. Encourage them and get some hype going around this reset. So that's the 10th that we're going to do a big group reset over on our reset page. And then April 22nd, we have Momentum Meetup. So that's something fun that corporate puts on. So if you haven't registered for that, go ahead and register for that. I don't have the link. So if anyone wants to throw that link in the chat, or we can put it in the Rise Up chat afterwards. But register for that, because a lot of the times if you register and say it's even you and just a girlfriend having that at your house, they send you a swag bag. So that's kind of fun to get, free products or a free hat or something that says you're putting on this event to watch, right? You can watch Momentum Meetup at your house. So that's going to be another fun way to get your community involved. Get some people from your hometown that aren't on Plexus, or some people that you work with, or that do your hair maybe, or that you see at the coffee shop, or, just be bold and say, hey, I'm having this Momentum Meetup at my house. I would love for you to come and just see what Plexus is about. Maybe you can just have some drinks, have some yummy food, and have that community for people. A lot of the times people are just waiting for an invite to hang out with you, right? I know when I first got here, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so lonely in Texas. Like I don't have many friends besides Jill and Rachel. And what if they're busy? I'm going to just be so lonely. And the good Lord introduced me to Mason, and Mason and I, we tan together, we have fun together, we go to dinner together. And not that I don't do that with my other friends, but it's fun to have that community and friendships. And sometimes they're just waiting for an invite. So invite them to Monday or Momentum Meetup. And then in May, we have Gold School in Washington, D.C. So Jill has been talking so great on her Growing to Gold Zooms. And if you're not on those, that is another way to, learn and grow. Even if you are a gold already, invite your team. Or if you're developing golds, which we all should be striving to develop golds, invite them and try to tune in or watch the recordings of those, because they are amazing. And they're from our diamond. Like, how awesome is it that she's giving us a training every freaking Monday to just pour into us and coach us? I know I don't miss one, because I'm like, I want to hear everything she has to say, and I'm soaking it in like a sponge. And then I'm going and teaching my team about it. So, Gold School, I'm going to try to be going, because I have a few gals that are going to be going gold. So I'm super excited. So we might be going to Washington, D.C. in May. And then June is convention, another fabulous community, growing, power of community, fun. I could just go on and on about convention, right? Last year's was in Ohio, but this year is in Nashville, guys. How fun is it going to be to just get in on a plane or get in the car and go with a group of gals to Nashville? Bring your husband if you want. And if you aren't registered or you haven't thought about going, you truly need to think about going to convention. It will change your business. It will change your life. My very first Plexus anything was Leaders Retreat. I started and I kind of went through the ranks pretty fast to senior gold. And my first anything was Leaders Retreat. And I just remember the impact of being around leaders and people that had been doing this for a while, and the impact that made on me. And I said to myself, if they can do it, so can I. And that's so true. If, you can go to convention, even if you're broke and you have to, share some lunch dates or room up with some people, make it a priority to get to convention this June. Okay. Caitlin, are you about ready to share? Is she on there yet? Okay, I'm gonna let her share. She's right there. Go, Caitlin.
Okay.
And unmute it. Okay, go.
It is unmuted, right? You can hear me?
Yeah, I saw you ready, so I'm like, I'll let her talk.
Okay. First of all, the dang devil is after me today. I was like, great, awesome. You had perfect timing. I just pulled in. Get in here. My phone starts connecting to, it didn't want to disconnect from my car. Starts connecting to my like earbuds. And then I'm like trying to click it off, can't get it to go off. And I'm like, ugh. And I was like, no, I'm going to figure
Outta
this
here.
out. They connected me like all together, like completely shut down. I was like, so I
You're
was like,
fine.
hurry on. Anyways, it worked out. But I started Plexus January 28th. Since then, so many like different changes have taken place. I can't even like list just a couple right now, because if I start going, I'm gonna be on here talking too long. Y'all are gonna be like, I gotta go to bed. But as far as the retreat goes, one thing that I took away that I've never really experienced before is the love that I experienced there. Yes, I love my husband, love my kid, but I've been in a lot of terrible, bad, toxic relationships, whether it's a man or friends, girls, whatever, even my own biological mother. So being there and experiencing that type of love just in a totally different way than I ever have before was a great, just overwhelming thing for me. I learned multiple things. But one big thing that has already started changing, literally changed on the way home. There was an incident that came up and I reacted completely different in a more positive way than I normally would. Is like how to strategize and process things in a different, like see things from a different lens. So that's what happened. And I could go into depth about it, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to take up all y'all's time. I don't really know how to close this thing,
No,
but
that's
I will.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. No, that's great, because just being able to reflect on changing the way you reflect or response to something, that's growth, right? And that's the power of community, being around women that are positive and are uplifting and respond kindly and love their husbands genuinely and don't talk bad about their husbands or their friends or gossip. That's the kind of people that you want to be around, and it will literally change you and make you a better person. And Caitlin, that sounds like exactly what, is starting to happen in you, and you are a fabulous person and you should be so proud of yourself. Okay, so to close this, a lot of the times too, we heard this too at this weekend at our conference, but a lot of the times we are waiting on the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect rank up, the perfect timing, all the things to align, right? We're waiting on that perfect moment, when really God is waiting on you to move. He's waiting on that movement. He's just waiting on you to do what Caitlin's doing. Just, go forward just a little bit, change that perspective a little bit, because a lot of the times, if you just start crawling, a lot of the times you're going to get up and you're going to start walking, and then you're going to start running. And then that run's going to turn into a sprint. And then before you know it, you're going, right? And you're bringing other people with you, and just going back to that lifeboat, you're taking people with you under your wings, right? And then they're taking people under their wings. And before you know it, it's not just you in this, it's you and someone else, and then someone else, right? And then they've got some people under their wings. And that's truly what life's all about, guys. It's the power of bringing others along with you. And I so reverted this back to Plexus in a sense of why we do what we do, right? Why we post, why we share, why we even have a team, right? It's because, first of all, they trust you, they believe in you, and they join Plexus because of you first, right? Then you believe life into them. Sometimes they don't even believe in themselves. And you're the one that says, no, I have so much vision for you, and you breathe that life into them. And before you know it, they're gold on your team, right? You are the one that pours that belief into them. I know for myself, I started Plexus not wanting to do the business at all. It took me a year to even say yes. And I was like, I'm not doing the business, Marissa. Nope, I'm not doing the business. And then literally like 3 weeks on the products, I was like, okay, they're saying I need to do this business. Let's give it a go. Let's try it. And so I just tried it, right? They had an event for me. I tried it, and then boom, like everything just started falling into place. People started coming with me, and she believed in me before I even believed in myself. And that's kind of what we have to do, guys. Not kind of, that's what we have to do. We have to believe in people and throw that belief and breathe that belief and vision in them before they believe in themselves sometimes. Now, that's not everyone, but a lot of the times that is what we have to do, right? So I'm gonna ask you a question before we get off here. And I want you can write this down afterwards or just ponder on it and think, but what movement do you plan to do going forward this week? Are you going to be one that's just going to sit back and I'm comfy and cozy in this boat, right? I'm comfy and cozy in this blanket, and I'm good with where I'm at. I'm just, going to stay here. I did my work. I got my 3. I got my 6. I earned that iPad. Maybe I earned 2. I'm good. I'm not going to help anyone else, right? Or are you going to take people under your wings? Are you going to throw that life vest out? And are you going to bring people with you that are drowning, that need this income, that want that iPad, that maybe just want to get their products covered, and literally take them along with you and promote, and maybe set yourself up for so much more success for next month, right? Because there is good things coming. I know springtime Plexus never disappoints. They always are going big, especially when it gets close to convention. They go big or they go home, right? It's just going to be so good. So I'm excited for what's to come. I know I am not going to sit and ponder in this boat and just stay nice and warm and cozy. I am on a mission to grow 100, 200 points this week. And I'm doing it. And if I say I'm going to do it, a lot of the times, if we just say it and think it and believe it, it'll happen, right? We just have to think those positive thoughts, and action will follow. And so I encourage you to think those positive thoughts, say some positive things, some affirmations, and set a goal and move, do it, take action, right? Don't just sit there. Don't just stand still, and finish the month strong, because in the end, the power of community, the power of when one or more gather, right? It's powerful. So you don't want to do this alone. You don't want to get to gold alone. You don't want to get to silver alone, senior silver, any of the ranks. You just don't want to do it alone. You want to bring people with you. So I would just encourage you to think about that movement going forth this week, and let's have one hell of a magic week, guys. Okay, that's all I got for you. Hope you got some Monday motivation in this meetup, and I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.